There is a few mechanics that I wanted to add to my game. Absorption, jump attack, just hit floor animation, and player knockback. When you defeat a slime enemy, it will usually just die. Instead of doing that, the slime will get stunned for a few seconds, and during that time, you can absorb it. Absorbing the slime gives you health, and if you don't absorb it in time, it will die on its own. Here's how I make it work. When the slime's health hits 0, it enters a stun state for 5 seconds. If you press a button during this time, you absorb the slime, gain health, and it disappears. If you don't press anything, the slime fades away after the timer runs out. Now that we got a working absorption mechanic, let's add in the jump attack. I started working on the animation, which took me around 2 hours, and it looks pretty good. Here's how it works. Where you are in the air, you can perform an attack with a bigger area of effect. This move has one charge, meaning you can only use it once per jump. Your charge resets when you land back on the ground. I try not to be too technical by explaining each code, but do tell me if you guys want a specific explanation for some of the mechanics for my game. I've been struggling with this one feature for so long, and that is just hit floor animation. I spent like, I don't know, tens of hours just to make one animation play after the player hit the floor. And finally, after testing a lot of methods, I got it to work. When the player jumps or falls, you can actually track the value of the Y velocity. Using that, if the Y velocity reaches more than a certain value, just hit floor animation boolean equal true. And when the player touches the floor, play just hit floor animation. When the animation is finished, the just hit floor boolean will turn back to false, ending the animation. Finally, I added a knockback effect when the player takes damage. This makes combat feel a bit more juicy. When the player gets hit, they are pushed back in the opposite direction of the attack. I also add in a damage indication and make the player unable to move when damaged. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. With all the new features combined, it looked like this. That's pretty much it. We added a lot of things to the game, and to be quite honest, I started this journey with a lot of self-doubt. Not sure if I can make the things I want to work. With no prior experience on game development and programming, it can be quite scary. But with all of these new mechanics finally working, I feel more confident about myself. Also, you might notice the time gap between this and my last video. And that's because I was too busy working on another project that I have published. I wonder what that is. And yeah, I'll be taking a break from this game, so I'll probably work on another small scale project, but yeah, I'll just put this project aside right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye bye!